Previously on Ace Attorney. Mr. Pham was on the stage the whole time. The entire audience can bear witness to that fact, including you. Oh, teleportation trick, right. Were they doing twins? They're doing twins. Hello, YouTube. I'm Unca Crunk. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. And the trial of Trucy Wright continues with these two.
It's true. I had business in the understage passage because of the upcoming trick. It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Rios was supposed to do? That's right. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident. Shut up, you're gonna give it away! Anyway, I was real busy. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Rios.
Well, that was certainly different.
How's that for a flawless testimony and alibi? Our magic is real. It's not a trick or a gimmick.
Oh my, she's floating! Your Honor. You can see she's being held up from below.
You were supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's a little something called etiquette.
But I can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out. Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Cross-examination, start.
It's true. I had business in the understage passage because of the upcoming trick.
Hold it!
If you were in the understage passage, which, need I remind you, was the crime scene, then you most certainly should be counted as a potential suspect.
I don't have any motive to kill Mr. Rios.
But you, by your own admission, hate Ms. Wright. When she was arrested as a suspect, you said it was what she deserved.
Objection!
So you believe the witness killed a man simply due to her dislike of Trucy Wright? As a motive, is that not improbable at best? But what if her hatred caused her to bear a strong sense of malice against my client?
Look, Trucy just made me mad, that's all. I mean, even though she's younger than me, she's got so much skill and popularity. And she's cute besides. She makes me so mad I wish she would drop dead. Look, Betty, don't talk like that. Shut your yap.
So, was it just simple jealousy?
Say, Betty, that next trick you were getting ready for. It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Rios was supposed to do.
Hold it!
Bonnie? We're trying to get Betty's testimony right now, so...
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
You can step down if you'd like.
I'm worried about Betty, though. She can lose her temper and say awful things sometimes. Hey, what are you, my mother? Don't forget, I'm the older sister. You got that? Yes, I got it.
I guess I'd worried about Mount Betty constantly blowing her top if I were Bonnie, too. So, Betty, you were down under stage getting ready for the fire trick, were you?
That's right. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it.
Hold it!
And you were taking every necessary precaution. Is that right?
Of course, every precaution. After all, it's a very dangerous trick that uses real fire. I mean, we had to be ready in case the cotton caught on fire or something, right? By the time people realized it wasn't a part of the act, it might be too late, huh?
If by people you mean Athena Sykes, then yes. Well, a fire trick. That sounds really impressive.
Your beard would go up in smoke, old man. I bet people would mistake you for a cue ball or something without it.
The cue ball?
But Betty, don't be rude to the judge. But Betty, you know that fire trick? It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident.
Hold it!
I see the fire trick was a part of the script. It seems Mr. Rios was scheduled to perform it later in the show. Did you not get to see him practice it beforehand?
No, during rehearsal, he said he didn't feel well, so he couldn't breathe any fire for me.
Wait, let me get this straight. He couldn't breathe fire because he wasn't feeling well?
My magical powers appeared to be on the wane today. That was what he said.
So it was just a part of his usual The Great Mr. Rios shtick?
It's really too bad. It's really too bad I didn't get to see the trick because of the incident. Which was completely unexpected, of course. Hey! Shut up, you're gonna give it away. Anyway, I was real busy.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you mean by you're going to give it away?
See, Bunny, you and your big mouth. Now, Lobster Boy wants to know what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, if you were preparing for the next magic trick, I'm sure you wouldn't have had the time to commit murder.
Wow, looks like the old geese isn't seen out just yet, huh? I bet you live a good long life.
I plan to be sitting up here at least another 10 years.
10 more years? I don't know about that.
Well, this is the last game so far.
What did we discuss about inner monologues, Athena? Well, more power to you, I guess. In any case, I was so busy, I didn't have the time to off anybody. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Rios.
So, Betty was too busy getting ready for the next trick to have time for murder, huh?
There must be some way to prove that that wasn't the case.
Okay. I know where to go. Wait. Very dangerous trick. Had to make sure they were prepared.
Objection!
I hate to break this to you, Betty, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one in that floating trick you did earlier.
Ooh, harsh words. Well, let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick.
No one except me, you mean?
Well, we have even better tricks up our sleeves. Huh? We do? I told you to keep it zipped.
No, don't fight, you two. Mr. Justice, what's this about a flaw in the testimony? The script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket lying empty backstage except for a layer of dust.
Ouch.
You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty?
You got me.
defam. You will explain yourself.
Nyert, there's nothing to explain. Come on, Betty, we can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell him. Shut up! You can barely take care of yourself. Don't try and tell me what to do.
Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Betty didn't prepare for the fire trick is because she knew the show wouldn't go on. You didn't prepare for the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew that the body would be found and that the show would then be canceled. Ah!
Don't be ridiculous, you insignificant speck of a man. I'm gonna yank those lame bangs of yours off. Is that what you want, huh?
Objection!
Whatever, they can grow back.
Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already. Yeah, I can't reveal my secrets. I'm a magician.
Objection!
You have been chasing the shadow of an illusory culprit defense. And having chanced upon a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away.
Exactly. What's your proof, huh?
And yet, I can see that the witness's taste for false words has also been proven. I advise you to confine your deceitful trickery to your magic act witness.
Deceitful trickery.
Objection!
As your court-appointed therapist, I'd like to add something here, Betty. You finally let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again. But all these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real. So I'll be behind bars either way.
Does that mean you're admitting your guilt?
Of course not. I can't believe you people. Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do. You... Lobster Boy, Cue Ball Geezer, Head Case Brat, Cerebrus Monk.
Cue Ball Geezer?
Did Head Case Brat? Really? But Betty, calm down. Come on now, deep breaths, deep breaths. Look, I'm not the murderer, I tell you.
Then how did you know the show would be called off before the fire trick?
I told you, we can't reveal our secrets. We're under contract.
Ugh, Ratans. No, I'm sorry. His name is actually Ratings. Raja Ratings. Anyway. Contract, what is she talking about? Be that as it may, you're obviously a suspect in this case.
Objection!
I'm beginning to see the karmic threads that make up the intricate tapestry that is this case.
Tell you what?
Allow me to summarize your assertion, Stephens. First, that the victim was killed in the understage passage. And second, that the witness and the accused are the only two who could have done it. Exactly. What's more, Betty knew that the body would be found. And that the magic show would then be called off. Therefore, it's reasonable to conclude that Betty killed the victim understage. But what if Betty knew that the show would be called off for some other reason?
Like what?
In the course of my investigation, I found it strange that the dragon set piece fell when it did. That, in conjunction with the body tumbling from the coffin in such a dramatic fashion, all seemed too perfect for mere happenstance. It was though the entire chain of events had been planned out in advance.
Ouch.
Planned out. After deciding to take this case, I scrupulously studied everything I could about the mass media in this country. I read the newspaper, old news reports. I even browsed tabloid magazines. Oh, very industrious of you. I'm impressed. During this process, I learned about a strange practice favored by the TV world. A practice called the hidden camera prank.
Yeah.
Betty and Bonnie, you knew about this, did you not? About the dead body appearing, the set piece falling, the show being suspended. You two were informed of this plan. By Take-Two TV in advance, correct?
But
Is this true?
Betty, please, let's tell them now. I can't hold it in any longer. Dang it, fine, you got us. Everything the prosecutor said is true. The TV station paid us to cooperate with them on this plan. It was all a prank, a big setup planned out in advance. Mr. Rios showing up dead in the coffin. The set piece falling down. It was all completely scripted.
It was a prank. Bonnie, is this really true?
Yes, Mr. Rios was supposed to pretend to be dead. That's how it was supposed to go.
So he was in on it too?
That's right. He was supposed to show up dead in the coffin. And then the set piece would fall down. Trucy would be shocked and start to panic. That's how the prank script went.
What? The heck kind of prank is that?
But we never thought he'd actually wind up dead. Yeah, that was the only thing that was different from the script. Poor Mr. Rios.
I'm so completely lost right now. Well, Betty and Bonnie, it certainly sounds like you have some explaining to do.
All right. I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. Just this once, we'll share how it was done with you. So listen carefully, you'll never hear this kind of thing anywhere else. After our teleportation trick, I went down on the stage. When Mr. Rios' body appeared from the coffin on stage, it was time for Betty to do her job in the understage passage. That's right, I used the remote control for the winch connected to the dragon set piece. And made it fall down. And just before the dragon fell, I called Trucy to the backstage so she wouldn't get hurt. After that, the plan was for Mr. Rios to come back to life in front of a panicked Trucy. He is supposed to laugh and fly up and away. That's how it was scripted anyway. But for some reason, he really did turn up dead, so he kind of just stayed on the ground.
What kind of sick joke is that? It sounds like a terribly mean-spirited prank to me. The poor defendant was trying to do her magic show.
I guess so. I'm sorry, Trucy. Whatever. It was all the ratings Raja's idea anyway.
Yeah, it sounds just like the kind of thing a guy like him would come up with.
This is the prank plan script we got from the ratings Raja.
Okay.
Dang it, you made us break our contract, now we won't get paid.
But where does all this leave us? Who killed the victim? And when? Yes, exactly. Those are the key questions. If Mr. Rios was only pretending to be dead in the coffin as a part of the prank, then when he was understage, there would still be life within him. And if that is the case, then Betty, who was also understage, may be excluded from our list of suspects. Witness, was the victim alive up until he entered the coffin?
Oh, well, now that we've spilled the beans, we might as well show you this video.
Greetings, viewers! It is I, the great Mr. Rios. We are currently in the middle of Trucy's escape trick. Having snuck through the understage passage undetected, I am now hiding backstage, preparing to play a little prank on Trucy. I'm about to hide in the coffin, which Trucy will stab with her rubber sword. And when the coffin opens, oh, I will be in it, acting as though I've met my maker. Can you imagine the look on Trucy's face then? I can hardly wait.
He's about to hide in the coffin.
It would seem that the threads of karmic destiny have led us to the truth. The victim passed through the understage where Betty DeFam was and came up into the backstage area. We know this because Mr. Rios appeared to be backstage when he shot the video we saw.
It appears that way, yes.
And defense, you proposed the following, did you not? What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? But then what about this video? This footage was taken just before Mr. Rios entered the coffin. Oh, so does that mean? Yes, it is horrible but true. The tragedy did indeed play out right there on the stage. When into the coffin where Mr. Rios was hiding, Trucy Wright thrust her blade.
See, told you so.
So are you saying the incident was a tragic accident that happened during a prank? It would be an accident if the accused had no knowledge of the prank beforehand. So let us ask the accused herself. Ms. Wright, did you have prior knowledge of the prank?
What? I... Tell him, Trucy. You didn't know anything about it, right? Of course I didn't. I didn't know a single thing about it.
Objection.
still think you can play innocent, do you? In that case, you leave me little choice but to present this piece of evidence. It looks like some kind of note.
That's...
I found this note in the dressing room after the incident. At the time, I did not understand what it meant, but all is clear to me now.
What's this? Oh, let's see. It says, get the video camera after Mr. Rios comes tumbling out.
It is a note signed by the accused.
In carbon instead of ink, I'm sure.
Instructing Bonnie to collect Mr. Rios' video camera from him, it seems.
I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. I found it in the dressing room before the show. When I saw it, I realized Trucy knew about the prank.
It does bear her signature, I'll give you that much. Yet another fake, I'm sure. So the defendant had prior knowledge of the prank? It would appear so, yes. When she learned about the plan to trick her, she decided to use it to her own advantage. So she thrust the steel sword into the coffin where the victim stood chuckling to himself. Is that not what happened, Ms. Wright?
Of course not, and I didn't write or sign that note.
But the handwriting matches yours. All of the evidence and testimony points to you being the culprit.
But I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Then explain the existence of this note. You can do that, can you not?
I can't explain it. I didn't write it, so I don't understand. I didn't kill Mr. Rios. You have to believe me.
Hello? The silence is deafening. Continue struggling against the threads of your own karma if you wish, accused. Even as you are inescapably caught in the web of fate you've spun for yourself. Ms. Wright. It is time to resign yourself to your fate.
No, I didn't do it. I knew it. This weak-looking girl, a murderer? She took us all in with her viewers.
I told you she was a homicidal witch from the start.
But I didn't do it. I really didn't. Why doesn't anybody believe me? Shut up, you killer. We won't fall for that anymore.
This is bad. Your Honor, I suggest we put an end to this tragedy now. Give your official ruling and let us offer the victim's soul the last rites it deserves. Very well. I suppose I have no other choice. This court hereby finds the defendant, Trucy Wright. The defense has an objection.
Apollo,
You even know you would. I won't give up, and I refuse to let either of them down. Mr. Wright, who's counting on me, and Trucy, who's put all of her faith in me.
Mr. Justice, the fact that you have raised an objection means that you have evidence with which to refute the prosecution's claims, correct?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Do we really have anything, Apollo? Actually, we do. There's one piece of evidence we can present here.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may proceed.
As we saw in the show footage, there's no question that the defendant thrust a sword into the coffin. The defense doesn't dispute this point. But let us not forget that this was a magic show filled with tricks and illusions. We can't take everything we see at face value.
So you're saying some sleight of hand was somehow involved?
Yes. The defense contends that the sword the defendant used was not the cause of death. Now, what was it Trucy told me she did just before she thrust the sword into the coffin?
Very well, let us see your evidence then, Mr. Justice. But remember, you interrupted my verdict to make this claim. You will be severely penalized if I find you are bluffing.
That's fine, Your Honor. This shows that it's possible that the sword Mrs. Wright used was not the cause of death. Okay.
Take that!
What's this, a sword from the show?
That's right, Your Honor. This rubber sword was in the sword stand under stage. During the trick, Ms. Wright was supposed to swap the real sword for a rubber sword. As she told us on record that she remembers very clearly that she did.
I see, so the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin was a rubber sword, was it? But then why was a steel sword found lying on the stage?
Somebody must have put the steel sword there by swapping it with the rubber one. Just after the incident occurred, the dragon's set piece fell and the theater was evacuated. The real culprit must have used the resulting chaos to swap the rubber sword for the steel one.
Objection!
Do you not know when to give up, Stinkbug? That is not possible. Blood was found in the coffin hole that the sword was thrust into. It must have been left there when the accused withdrew the sword. This is incontrovertible proof that the sword what she used was the steel one.
Objection!
That blood could be the result of someone tampering with the crime scene after the fact. After the set piece fell and the audience was cleared out of the theater, there was plenty of time for somebody to plant that blood there.
Objection!
If the sword the accused used was a rubber one, then when exactly do you propose the victim was killed? Given that Mr. Reus was alive when he entered that coffin.
Objection!
Finding the answer to that question is precisely why we need to continue this trial.
Let me express my opinion. By all accounts, it is certainly reasonable to suspect the defendant based on the evidence. But as to the question of whether the sword the defendant used was rubber or steel, I believe further discussion is warranted. I suggest we hear from the defendant herself on this issue.
Very well, Your Honor.
Yes, I saved it somehow.
Too close for comfort, but still. Okay, crime photo updated.
Let's adjourn for a brief 15-minute recess. I advise the prosecution and the defense to use this time to prepare.
April 28th. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Whew, that was hairy. Tell me about it. We barely made it through by the skin of my teeth. I can't say that I'm crazy about that prosecutor's son Monty either. You know, with the way he says, let it go and move on, as if it's nothing. Let it go and move on, huh? Oh boy, am I interrupting a secret conclave of villains or something? That's you. Got your next evil scheme in the works already? What do you want? Keep making that face, champ, and everybody's gonna change the channel. Look this way, Trucy. Now, smile for the camera. Let's see those pearly whites. Isn't that what the Grammar Creed tells you to do? How's it feel, Trucy? Everybody online can't stop talking about you. They're calling you a real witch out there. Could this be the end of true Grammar? Go away, you creep! So what's this? Something just charged into the frame. It looks like a yellow gorilla or something. Could it be Trucy's pet? Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want me to get the bailiff? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me. Huh? What happened to the camera? It just disappeared right before our very eyes. I'll be enjoying the rest of the Trucy show from the gallery. I put out a call for Trucy's fans to come and support her earlier, by the way. Bet I'll get some great footage out of them. It's gonna be good. Hang loose, baby. Ah. He called in some of Trucy's fans. For what purpose? Apollo. The thing Mr. Ratings did. That was some high-level sleight of hand. Why would he know how to do something like that? I don't know, but he definitely has some serious magic skills. No way. I thought you said magicians were all a bunch of good-for-nothings. Mr. Lawyer? Oh. Bonnie? Oh, hello, Bonnie. Can I help you with something? Oh, well, there's something that's been bothering me. Really? What is it? Well, you see... Hey, dummy, what you whispering to the lobster boy about? But Betty... Who the heck do you think you are? Are you crazy? You want a piece of this? You know you have to talk to me first before you do or say anything, you hairbrain. But I shut your mouth, you dumb bunny. Come with me now. Okay. Wonder what was bothering her. There's no way we're finding that out with Betty constantly hovering over her like that. Court is about to reconvene. Will you be all right testifying? Yes, it's just... I wonder what Mr. Rattin has up his sleeve. I doubt he's bringing in actual fans. Yeah, probably not. I wonder what he has up his sleeve, too, besides a camera. He'd better not be trying to get under Trucy's skin right now, of all times. You're Trucy Wright, and you'll be fine. Oh, there goes Apollo with his best trick. That's right. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always tell myself I'm fine. All right, I'll give it a try. I'm Trucy Wright, and I'm fine. Thanks, Polly. I think I can do this now. That a girl. Good luck up there on the stand. You'll do great.
Thanks, I'll be fine. I can do this.
All right, Justice, you can do this too. Time to focus on the rest of the trial. Still April 28th. District Court, courtroom number 6.
Court is now back in session. Defendant, please step up to the witness stand.
Trucy Wright, magician.
Here comes the liar, the deceitful witch, the murderer in jail, the last member of that criminal troupe. Boo, we don't want to see you on stage.
Order! The gallery will be quiet or I will have you all thrown out on the spot.
What's with all the hecklers? I bet they're the fans Mr. Ratings invited. What a grade A jerk. Well, he's not going to psych us out.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Now then, Ms. Wright. This court would like to know if you switched from the steel sword to a rubber one on stage. So please testify about this issue.
She's just going to try and trick us again with the magic. Hurry up and convict her already. Give her that death penalty.
Silence, all of you. I won't tell you again. Ms. Wright, do you feel able to testify?
Yes, I'm fine, Your Honor.
Trucy, I knew I shouldn't have let her go through this with this.
I'd like to make a small request. How about, instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened. Would that be all right, Your Honor? You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourselves.
In spite of everything, she's still smiling.
Our Trucy is amazing, isn't she?
She sure is. She's doing just fine up there. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. She's faithfully following the troop Grammary Creed even now. She really is something else.
It's showtime for magical girl Trucy Wright. Watch carefully now, everybody.
Witness testimony.
The stupendous sword switch. Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention on this sword. Allow me to demonstrate just how sharp this blade truly is. See that? No tricks or gimmicks. A very sharp sword indeed. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, watch as I take the sword and... Presto Sordo! There, I've switched it. And now. Up. As you can see, the blade is not steel, but rubber.
But. Bravo, Ms. Wright.
Wow, she switched him in a flash. I couldn't see it do it at all.
She's completely turned the room around.
The hecklers are being drowned out by all the cheering.
Where did the steel sword vanish off to, Ms. Wright? In order to deepen our understanding of the case, please tell us if you would. I'm not acting out of mere curiosity, just so you know.
I usually hide the steel sword backstage when I switch them during the show.
So when you thrust the rubber sword into the coffin, the steel sword wasn't even on stage, but behind the curtain.
Exactly. So you see, there is a trick and a gimmick to it after all. As for where the steel sword went when I performed the trick just now, it's a secret. Wouldn't want to spoil the magic for you now, would I? That's our Trucy.
Yeah, still. Ms. Wright, the part where you spun around. That's an actual part of the sword switching trick you do for the show, right? Right. The other parts, like the apple, were just to help with my explanation here in court. Wait a minute. That's funny. I think I found an inconsistency in her testimony. And it looks like I'm not the only one. I don't know what it's doing there. Now that I find it, I have to get to the bottom of it before he does.
Now then, Mr. Justice, you may go ahead and question the witness. But try not to ask dumb questions to spoil this wondrous magic.
I thought this was supposed to be my cross-examination. Yeah, but still, it probably would not be good for me to press on every little thing. Okay, cross-examination start. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get to the twirl. Was it? Okay. Was it there? Okay, that little twirl there. All right, hang on. Oh, wrong button. I hate it, but I'm gonna have to watch this. And any moment now, here comes Trucy. There goes Mr. Hat. Somehow. Okay, no twirl. All right.
Objection!
Miss Wright, there's something I'd like to confirm with you. What is it, Apollo? There seems to be a discrepancy between the way you performed the trick for us just now and the way it appears in the show footage. What? But that can't be. I performed it exactly the same way both times. Then what's going on here? Miss Wright, I have the show footage right here. And the part where you twirl your cape around is missing from it. What? But I did it. So, it really is the exact moment you switch the swords. Yes, that's right. I knew it. What the hell's going on? She's saying she's doubling down on her assertion that she did the twirl, but the twirl is not there. Well, I certainly never expected the defense to expose the accused lie for me.
Mr. Justice, does this mean that you are arguing that the defendant did not swap the swords during the actual magic show?
No, Your Honor, that wasn't my intention. I mean, I did swap them. I know I did. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Objection!
Human memory is unreliable at best, but in this case, I am afraid that it is the witness herself who cannot be trusted. We can see the footage for ourselves. The claims of this witness are false. But... Now that it has been proven that the accused did not swap swords, it means that the use of the steel sword to pierce the coffin was wholly intentional. And by the way, it was not you. And by the way, was it not you, Mr. Justice, who argued that Mr. Rios' death was not an accident but murder? I assume you have no objections to that still. It was, after all, your own assertion.
The defense.
The defense has an objection to you, Mr. Apollo Justice. I demand you withdraw the discrepancy you pointed out just now.
But there is a discrepancy and it must mean something, I'm sure of it.
Would the defense team kindly save their spat until after court is adjourned? Now, after all of this debate, it seems we've come back around to the original argument. The defendant knew about the prank plan that would place the victim inside the coffin. What's more, the defendant did not perform the sword-switching trick on stage.
Through her actions, I'm afraid I have come to see the true intentions of the accused. Her murderous intentions.
It's such a shame.
But I did switch the swords, I swear.
You're knee-deep in it now, Justice. The footage was edited. Oh.
Yeah, excuse me.
Oh, let's see, you are, which one again? Benny? No, that's not right. Bonnie.
It's Bonnie. You were mixing the two names together, Yana.
Oh, pardon me. And do you have something you wish to say, Bonnie?
Yes, Yana. I'd like to testify.
Oh, what?
The more I think about it, the less possible it seems. I don't believe Trucy killed Mr. Rios.
Bonnie?
Hey, what's the big idea? Such an incredibly gifted and talented magician would never commit murder. I refuse to believe it. What you talking about, you hairbrained hair? You keep your trap shut. I got a bag of baby carrots for you, so chew on those and pipe down. No, I won't be quiet. What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me? Trucy said something to me once. Huh? She said no matter how scared you get, no matter how mean people are to you, you can't give in or give up. That's what being a professional magician is all about. Isn't that right, Trucy? That's right, Bonnie. I've always been afraid to stand up to Betty, afraid to defy her. So I did what she said. But when I saw Trucy today, she gave me strength.
She's just gonna try and trick us with her magic. Hurry up and convict her already. Give her the death penalty.
I'd like to make a small request. How about, instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened. Would that be all right, Your Honor?
This literally happened 10 minutes ago.
You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourselves. Seeing her courage, the way she kept smiling despite everything, she's just incredible. So I'm not going to run away. I'm scared, but for once, I'm going to be brave.
Aww.
What have you done to my sister, Trucy Wright? You practically brainwashed her. It's the power of Trucy's conviction. That's what it is. It touched Bonnie's heart.
Yeah, Trucy really is one magical girl. Bonnie, is the topic of your testimony related to that thing that was bothering you? The thing you tried to tell us about in the lobby during the recess?
Yes, ever since I saw the show footage, something's been nagging at me. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's off. I feel like something about it is different from what I saw on the stage.
It was edited.
Oh, what do you mean by that, Bonnie?
I wonder if what was shown on TV is really the same as what happened on stage.
Objection!
Of course it is. The show has only been performed once after all. It can't show anything other than what happened on that stage yesterday.
Objection!
But Bonnie's testimony deserves our attention. We have to examine the show footage.
But what can we check it against? Do you have some other footage of the show?
Well,
I have some show footage.
you do?
One of the TV station's cameramen said he was a fan of mine. He kept his camera on me throughout the entire show. And then afterwards, he gave me the footage he shot as a present.
Aw, he did.
To tell you the truth, I thought it was kind of creepy, so I was going to get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Hold it!
But please submit that footage to the court.
Now then, let's take a look at this new footage.
Okay. Oh, it's a good angle to catch Trucy. Oh, I see what he means. I see what she means about it being creepy. Okay, well, I was wrong. It doesn't actually show anything. Cards? I don't remember cards. There were no cards. Wow, okay then.
He really did keep his camera on Bonnie the whole time, didn't he?
I think this cameraman needs to keep his personal feelings out of his work.
Well, defense, do you still believe this new show footage is worth inspecting? Of course I do.
Okay, so how are we going to go about this?
Let's try comparing the two. We just might find an inconsistency between them.
An inconsistency, huh?
Yeah. The two pieces of footage are of the same scene, so they should match up. But Bonnie felt there was something off about the original footage. So if we can pick out what's different between the two,
We'll know what Bonnie found strange.
exactly. Plus, we may figure out why the original doesn't show the sword switching trick. Your Honor, the defense would like to compare these two pieces of show footage.
Very well, I will allow it.
What a waste of time. You can meditate, daring, if you think it's such a waste of time. Ah.
Paulo, do you know how to compare the two pieces of footage?
Nope, never done it before.
I'll give you a little lesson then. Use the video player's buttons to go through the footage. When you want to speed through, use the fast forward button. And if you want to go back, use the rewind button. If you want to halt the playback, just use the pause button. Oh, and by the way, if you fast forward or rewind when the playback is paused, you can do a slow frame-by-frame playback.
Okay, so how do I switch between the two videos?
Just use the switch camera button. Now, if you find a difference between the two pieces of footage, put the cursor over what's different and present it to the court.
Thanks, Athena, you really know your stuff.
Not really. I just gave it some gusto and then went with my gut on most of it.
What? I sure hope she guessed right. Anyway, let's give it a try. All right. Okay. All right, hang on there. Now let's switch. Oh, wait. Nope. Back. Hello, where the car? There. Okay, cards. Wait.
Take that!
Okay. This is it right here. Take a good look at this scene and compare it to the video shot from the front.
Oh, the playing cards don't appear in the video shot from the front.
Hey, you're right. What's going on here? That's right. What can you tell us about these playing cards? Oh, those? They're the cards I throw when I do the sword switching trick.
What? Mr. Justice, does this mean?
Yes, it means that the sword switching trick was cut from the TV show footage. So the footage was edited? Yes, with malicious intent. That is absurd.
Well, we must get to the bottom of this right away. Bailiff, the TV station might still have the unedited footage. Go see what you can find out.
Yes, Your Honor. Yep. And the criminal returns. It's you. Now, hold up, Your Honor. This is all just a big misunderstanding, believe you me. Give a guy a chance to defend himself before you start pointing fingers.
And who might you be?
Right. Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself there. Here is my business card. Charmed to make your acquaintance, Your Honor.
Well, very polite of you.
It's lovely to meet you too, Prosecutor Sunmighty. Please take my card. A business card. Ah, yes. I read about this custom among businessmen in this country. I have even familiarized myself with the various replies. How do you do, good sir? Or what's crack-a-lackin', homie? For example.
Oh, you're from Take-Two TV, are you, witness? Come to think of it, I believe I've seen you on television before.
Yes. Roger Ratings, otherwise known as the Ratings Raja. He is a TV producer and appears on many of his own shows as of late. He is best known for his catchphrase, "Hang loose, baby."
Oh my, so you're the Ratings Raja.
Hang loose, judgy baby. Nice courtroom you got here.
I never thought I'd get to meet you in person. Prosecutor Sunmighty, how do you know so much about him?
In preparation for the case, I watched all of his shows. I found the Ratings Raja Goes to Burger Barn of particular interest. It inspired me to visit that restaurant straight away to learn more about the local cuisine.
What? You went to the Burger Barn?
What I thought. You must have really wanted to try it, huh, buddy? Cause that line, woo! Compared to my aesthetic training, an hour's wait is nothing. I recommend the Southwestern Burger with jalapeno jack cheese, by the way. I'm having a really hard time picturing him in line for burgers.
Prosecutor Sunmighty's unexpected enthusiasm for food aside, Mr. Ratings, what is this misunderstanding you mentioned?
Well, for starters, it's true that the footage was edited. You'll get your hands on this anyway, so I might as well show you the unedited footage. It's a pretty long video, so I'll just show you the part with playing cards. You can see the cards when Trucy spins around, so keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Did you see the part that was cut where Trucy switched swords? She spins around and the playing cards go flying. Everything's like it's supposed to be.
Then it seems the defendant really did swap swords during the trick.
Which means the sword Ms. Wright thrust into the coffin was the rubber one. In other words, Ms. Wright couldn't have killed Mr. Rios. Yeah, see, that's the first misunderstanding you right there. What do you mean? Well, Trucy definitely did swap swords, as you saw. So yeah, maybe she didn't kill Mr. Rios when she stabbed the coffin. That just means he was killed after he showed up pretending to be a corpse. So you're saying that up until that point, everything was going according to the script? If that's true, then when and how exactly do you think he was killed? It was after the dragon set piece came crashing down. I say Trucy murdered Mr. Rios when she was hidden from view behind the set piece. She could have easily done it behind that huge dragon and nobody'd be the wiser. I see. Indeed, there is a ring of truth to your assertion. You bet. Plus, there's a suspicious-looking shadow in the footage, too. It's toward the end of the footage, just before the dragon hits the stage. It might be easier to just see it for yourselves. Hey, I pointed that out. Long-ass time ago. It's only for a split second, so it's hard to catch, but look here. This suspicious shadow must be Trucy. She's using a steel sword she hid behind the curtain during the trick to kill the victim.
Now that you mention it, I suppose it does look that way.
Objection!
This witness is just trying to ram his theory down our throats, Your Honor. And that's not all. Aren't we forgetting that the witness willfully edited the sword switch out of the footage? Also, he's not under oath yet. You see, there's your second misunderstanding right there. Your Honor, would you mind if I testified about it? I've seen people testify on TV, and I've always wanted to give it a shot.
That'd be fine with me, Prosecutor Sunbody.
This is quite unexpected. It threatens to disrupt the karmic course of this case. Hey, lighten up, pretty boy. You're gonna like what I've got to say, promise. Very well, however. If you do anything to impede the last rites for the victim, I will have you removed.
All right, with Prosecutor Sunbody's permission, please give us your testimony, Mr. Rettens.
Roger Ratens, the Ratens Raja, now Kaiser of the courtroom. Ha ha! I'm taking over the floor, so listen up, loyal viewers. In the next episode, to the outro. Well, we finally have the real killer on stand. And now he's pointing out the shadow I pointed out at the beginning of all this and claiming it's Trucy killing Rios. As if. Oh, and it turns out he's a bit of a magician himself. My guess is that he was a rival of the Gramarys back when they were still, well, alive. And now that Trucy is bringing the name back, he's trying to take her down. And how deliciously coincidental is it that a former Gramary is there to provide a sacrificial corpse? So, hopefully, we'll be able to wrap this up next time and finally bring the Ratings Raja down. In the meantime, up here's a playlist of my Persona 5 Royal playthrough, and down here's a video that YouTube recommends. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!